So today makes it exactly 30 months since I moved to London. What that means is I've seen the good, the bad, and the what was I thinking. So now I can categorically say to you, I've got a ton of experience under my belt. Yes, London is a fast-paced city where you get to experience a lot of things. You get to see a lot of things. You get to hear a lot of stories, which then translates to you learning really fast. Since I started this channel, basically sharing my story, and things kind of took off a little faster than I expected. It's been a lot of messages. It's been a lot of people contacting me on Instagram, asking questions, wanting to know this or that. Oh, I'm relocating to London. What do you suggest I do? And all of that. So I said, you know what, let me just make a video and share some of the things I've experienced, things to avoid, things you should try and do, things you should pay attention to. So I'm going to be sharing maybe about 4 points, which the first one is going to be credits. I'm going to start with credit and save the best for last, but I think it's important to start with credit, especially for people that are coming from Africa. I'm from Nigeria, so I can relate more to people coming from that side. Coming from a place where there is not that much abundance, then finding yourself in a place like London to be precise, it's loud, it's in your face. You're going to see a lot of things you've always wanted on credit. What do I mean by on credit? Credit is a system in developed countries where you can get things for a very small price, then you spread the payment over a couple of months. Depends on what you're getting, maybe 6 months, maybe 24 months, maybe 48 months, depend on what you're getting. So when you're coming from Nigeria, where abundance is not a thing, you have to pay for cash, and also a place where it's very, people flash things in your face, so you're hungry for a lot of things. Now you're in London, you want the latest iPhone and you are being asked to pay just £60, then you pay £25 each month for the next. It's tempting. TV, if you want to set up your place, TV, sound system, couch, every single thing, bro. People are buying houses with as little as £7,000. It's crazy. What that means is everything you've always wanted is in your face. They are going to beg you with it. When the last iPhone dropped, I think it was the iPhone 16, my service provider was calling me like every day. These people were literally begging me, we'll give you the best deal. Oh, you can pay only £25 now. Oh, you don't even have to pay any money now. Just take the phone and you start your payment next month for the next. It's tempting, and you're going to want to, it's going to sound so juicy that, oh, how much is £30 monthly? I have a job. But I promise you it's not worth it. Try and avoid it. Try and avoid it. You have a job anyways. You're going to get a job. Save up. First off, I'm of the belief that if you can't pay for something at once, then you can't afford it. Especially things like phone, laptops, headphones, and these basic things. And you hear people say, oh, you should get these things to build your credit. But trust me, there are ways to build your credit, which I'll mention after this, without collecting a phone on credit, without collecting couch or a TV on credit. Work, save your money when you need something, when you need, not want, when you need something. When I got to this country for the first, yes, I had a decent phone before coming, but it wasn't the best. It wasn't, I think there were about 3 new iPhones ahead of the phone I was using at the time. But when I got to this country, I didn't feel any need to change my phone until like a year after. And when I was going to change my phone, I changed my phone. I changed my wife's phone. I bought an Apple Watch. I bought my wife Apple Watch. I bought the AirPod. I spent about £4,000, and it was cash. The dude that attended to me, literally when it was time to pay and they found out I was paying cash, it left. It was like, oh, let me get someone. Like, I think they paid them. So it's like they pay these people to make sure you get things on credit because they get some type of commission. But I promise you, it's not worth it. I mentioned in the video that I lost my job for about 8 months. And a lot of people were asking me, how were you able to thrive in London without working for 8 months? First thing first, aside working and having savings and having a business in Nigeria, which I'll touch on later, I didn't have any form of debt I was servicing. So I wasn't under pressure. You'll see people put themselves under pressure, then complain, oh, I have so much bill, oh, my car note. Nobody forced you to get a car you cannot pay cash upfront for. There are cars on Auto Trader that's affordable, but you don't want a older car, you want a newer one for whatever reason. But what I'm saying is, try and avoid credit. It's going to be in your faces. because I started working almost immediately I got to this country. So I was not able to notice a lot of things that would even help with my own development in this country. I was just going with the flow. So it was when I lost my job and I wasn't under pressure, that much pressure, that I was able to then think, to sit back and see things. And speaking of building credit, you can easily get, I have a, what's it called, a Capital One credit card, which is just £200. And it's built my credit score decently. What do I do with the £200 credit card? That's what I use for my transportations. Like when I'm going to work, that's what I tap with. Then when I'm buying things in the corner stores, or maybe when I'm on my lunch break, so maybe at the end of the month, I'll probably spend like £180. And the moment I get paid, return the entire thing at once. So if my credit limit is £200, at the end of the month I spend 170, 160, 180. The moment I get paid, I pay the whole thing. It goes back to 200. So I don't know how it works. So first, I'm not a financial guru. I'm not any of these things. I'm just saying what I do or what I did, and my credit score was going up decently. So that's one. Avoid credit. It's not. I saw on YouTube some dude that spoke about this thing, and he mentioned he got a phone on credit, and after a year the interest went up, which is normal. These people are in business, so that's how they make money. If you want to build your credit, you can get credit cards of, like I just mentioned, £200, and you use it for your petty expenses through the month, and when they pay you, you return. Secondly, be careful with the people you listen to in your first couple of years in this country. See, when you get into this country, the first set of people you listen to, the first set of people that advise you might be the people that will shape your destiny in this country. I promise you. When I just got to this country, I strongly believed that the highest salary you can earn at the highest level was £90,000. I promise you. Because the people I was around, maybe at work, my colleagues, white people don't have too much wahala in their life. They don't have too much stress. The basic things is enough for them, basically. Aside thinking, oh, 90,000 was the highest you can earn. Now I know there are people that earn way more than that. Yes, the salary payment or the salary thingy in UK is not the best compared to places like United States. But even in the UK, obviously 90k is not the highest you can earn as a salary earner. But then when I just come, that was like the highest I thought, because of the people I came across or I met. Then that's literally limiting your thinking. And you'd see people say things like, it's impossible to buy a house without mortgage. You hear people say things like, it's impossible to be successful as an immigrant. In like the definition of success for a lot of people is, which makes sense to some people, but then the definition of success is you find a decent paying job that can allow you get a decent house on mortgage, then you start servicing that mortgage. People will literally tell you success in UK is impossible. But then, is that the truth? No. People will literally tell you, oh, the best you can do is care jobs. The best you can do is security man. The best you can do is customer care. Now, these people are not being wicked. That's their reality. That's what they know. So people will only share with you what they know. You can't give what you don't have. So it's not left to you to go out to spread your wings and fly. Don't limit yourself to those things people are telling you. Find out more, like mix with people, socialize, use social media. There's a lot of things on there. Use YouTube, watch videos. It was when I lost my job. This was after working in London for 1 year and some months that my brain started to open up to a lot of things, because that was my first time of having time for myself to now like lean back and see, okay, what have I done? Like, what mistakes have I made? What things could I have done better? Okay, what are people doing? How are people making money? It was then I now started to see things. The same country where they said it's impossible for immigrants to make. I saw a Nigerian lady, Taylor, not some tech or anything. Taylor makes bridal clothes, and I was seeing an interview where last year she had made over £1.4 million in 1 year. She's not, I think she's probably in her late 20s or early 30s, young girl. After I lost my job, after I was out of job for 8 months, I worked with someone, 36-year-old guy, a millionaire, 36-year-old. is bought the property where we used to work in belonged to him, and when we spoke, it was cashed down. Which is why I said be careful the people you listen to, because when I got to this country, like I said, I have, which is my own mistake anyways, and I own up to it. I have a business I run in Nigeria, but when I got to this country, it was a lot of people saying things like, oh, because yes, I make outfits for both male and female, beautiful ones. But then when I got to this country, it was like, bro, oh, they already have the H&Ms, they already have the Zaras, they already have all of these things. No one is going to buy what you have, even though I make amazing ways. But it's like, that was the thing, and I believed it, because everywhere I turned, I was seeing Zara, Primark. So who's going to buy my shirts? Who's going to buy my suits? Who's going to buy, like, they have these things in these places. And it was so bad that I didn't even believe that there are people that do cut and sew in this country, because of the people I came across when I just came to this country. Then I worked with a company that what they do is sell fabrics just the same way they do in Lagos market. And this dude, 36 years old, Jewish, was doing serious numbers monthly. Serious numbers. I was seeing fashion designers come in, and I would speak to these people. What do you do? Oh, I make suits. And it's like, this is the same thing people have told me people don't do in London. This is the same thing people have told me no one is gonna buy it. There are people that own shops in the fanciest areas of London. All they do is, you come in, they take measurements of you, and they make made to fit suits, like couture. It's like, there are people doing these things. Yes, not on the scale of H&M, on the scale of Zara and all of those things, small scale, but still doing serious numbers. I was blown away, like, bruv. And there I was, still focusing my business strictly on Nigeria alone, when I could have found a way to sync whatever I'm running in Nigeria, to find a way to establish it here, to find a way to bridge a gap between my production over there and a new base. I don't know if I'm making sense. So it's like, bro, which is why I said be careful the people you listen to in those first phases. Like, meet people, socialize. If you're one of those that already have something you're doing in Nigeria before coming here, aside maybe those that were doing 9 to 5, like you already have a business you are running in Nigeria, I beg you in God's name, when you get to this country, don't abandon that business you're doing in Nigeria. Find a way to bridge the gap between this system and the Nigerian system. Maybe you know how to plait hair, or you know how to, whatever it is you know how to do. Find a way to establish it in this country. Trust me, people will tell you, oh, there is no clientele, or there is summer is only 2 months, people only wear agbadas in summer, so you won't have business. Don't listen to anybody. Whatever it is you're doing, sit down, look around you, find a way to establish it in this country. Trust me, I promise you will find your own people. I promise you. And even if you don't find your own people, even if it doesn't thrive, during that process of you trying to establish or trying to find a way to make it work, you probably stumble into other things. I don't know if I'm making sense. So yeah, be careful. First thing, the credit one, which I already spoke about. Then secondly, be careful the people you listen to when you just land into this country afresh, because bruv, people will say a whole lot of things based on their own personal limitations. And if you're not careful, you will be imprisoned by other people's limitations, believing you cannot be the next success story. But are people buying houses without mortgage? Yes. Are people making millions? Are immigrants making millions in this country yearly? Yes. So if they can do it, you can do it. And another thing, before I proceed to the next point, I've noticed I don't say this a lot, but because I don't say it, you people don't do it. You guys are not subscribing to this channel, which I don't appreciate. It takes a lot to make these videos, and I'd appreciate it if you just show some love and support by subscribing to this channel. If you watch this channel, hopefully you already know I don't say this, which is why you people don't do it, and I would appreciate if you guys can please do it. Subscribe to the channel. We get decent number of views, but it doesn't equate to the number of subscribers. We've done over 400,000 views in this short period we've been on this channel, but then we still have less than 3,000 subscribers. So please do subscribe to the channel, and God bless you as you do so. My name is Motayo, and it's amazing having you here. Now, moving on to the video. Another thing that I would advise, now this is not a thing you must do, but then if you're moving to this country afresh, you're going to be, it's a very high, what's it called, chance that you're going to be lonely. You might not have that many friends. You might struggle to fit in a lot of places. And for me, I believe personally that creating content makes that kind of better. Yes, it seems like there's going to be that thing where people have said to you, oh, the moment people get abroad, they become YouTubers, they become, hey, hello guys, welcome to my channel. Bruv, do what? See, in this world, you need to know, like, numbers, statistics are very important. When you start to look at these things, you will see that it's a very small percentage of the population or the world population that's successful. It's a very small percentage of the world population that do things. It's a very small. So what that means is the largest number of the world population are just spectators, talkers. So just know people who talk. Create content. It helps a lot because first off, you get a channel to offload. Because a lot of these things that we say, oh, you're bored, you're this, you're that, is just people with a lot of things on their chest and not having someone to share it with. That's how I see it. So it's like, when we were younger, this thing was popular, Dear Diary or Journal or whatever it's called, where whatever you went through in the day when we were in boarding school, that is, because you don't have your parents, you don't have that you go to tell, oh, daddy, this is how school was today. So what you do is, oh, today, like, you write it down, whatever it is that happened in your day that you need to get off your chest, you put it in a diary. But now we live in a time where we have social media platforms. Yes, a lot of people use it to show off, to do this, but then it's also a medium that you can use to express yourself. And who knows, sometimes I'll be on a train coming back from work, I'm maybe tired or bored or this thing, and I just go on my YouTube channel and start reading comments. It's tons of comments on there. I start reading my comments, start replying people. Before I know it, my mood has lifted up. Like, okay, yes, there would be a few people that would say things that might, but then there are lots of people, if you're being your original self, sharing your story or doing whatever it is, maybe you want to talk about tech, whatever it is you have interest in, you're talking about it passionately, you're being original, you will find the right people that will vibe with you. And before you know it, you've built your own community. You've gone from that person that doesn't have a friend, that doesn't have someone to talk to. Now you have your own community of people. Now you start to see, before you know it, you're even impacting lives. Now, speaking of the importance, is like when you go online and when you see people talk, it's like, it's too many people doing YouTube now. Everyone is a YouTuber and everyone is a TikTok. Okay, I don't know about TikTok. I'm going to just focus on YouTube. Bro, if you look at the statistics, I became a YouTube partner 30 days into my YouTube journey. I've been invited to join some YouTube, what's it called, community and all of those things. And the statistics are crazy. The number of black creators, okay, now this is for black people, this is for people of color now. The number of black creators, sorry if you're watching as a white person or watching outside of Africa or you're not African watching, I'm Nigerian, so I relate to where I come from more, so which is why I tend to go back when I'm saying these things. So yeah, if you are person of color, this percentage of colored YouTubers currently is very, very, very minute. It's small, it's tiny. So if you're saying, oh, there's many YouTubers, there is a lot of YouTubers now, everybody is welcome to my channel, bro. It's a very tiny number in the large scheme of things. And who cares anyways? Do you know how many doctors are graduating yearly? Do you know how many lawyers are graduating yearly? Do you know how many accountants that most don't even have jobs yet more are being dished out yearly? So whichever field you want to find yourself, there are people, tons of people doing it yearly. So you just don't be a spectator, be a doer. Just pick up your phone. You might not see it as, something you want to make money with. Just see it as something you need, a medium through which you express yourself. Social media, I believe, has made things much more easier, where you don't have to spend money to then start going to church, to start doing hangouts, to start doing all of these things. Just your phone. You are watching me on a phone right now. Everyone has a phone. That's all you need. Trust me. So I think, how many things have I mentioned so far, students? So yeah, first off, credits. Try and stay away from credits. Secondly, be careful the people you listen to in this country. Thirdly, whatever thing it is you're doing or you've been doing in Nigeria that was working in Nigeria, it can work here. Don't believe people that will tell you, oh, they are businesses, they are Zara, they are this, they are that, all over the place. Bro, do your thing. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, fine. But you know you tried. What's the last one now? I think I wrote it down somewhere. Yeah, create content. Create content. Now, you might not want to, but if you feel you're up for it, it might be something you want to give a chance, because bruv, we're in this time and age that what is it called, audience is the new currency. The number of people you can reach, the number of people you can have in your community can be converted into money. You can sell things to these people. Companies can sell products through you to these people. So it's a lot of things that can be done. But yeah, you get the point. I hope you've been able to learn a thing of two in this video. This is a freestyle video. I'll probably do another one where I'll probably properly script it and share with you guys. But this is, I just feel like I should have a sit down one-on-one and just be original and just share what I feel you should do or not do when you're coming to this country afresh. So yeah, my name is Motayo again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and drop. If there are things I have not said and you've been in the UK or London for a while and you think people should know, people should learn from, please drop a comment and let people read the comments, and I'll be in the comment section too, replying and all of those things. Thanks for watching, guys. Please do watch other videos on the channel. I've said a lot of things. I've made a lot of videos about my story, life abroad, things I've experienced, and you might be able to learn a thing or two so you don't make my mistakes, or I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.